Hi guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video, I thought I would share a theory that I recently developed while recently rewatching one of my all-time favorite episodes of Star Trek: The Original Series, the episode which I believe is a favorite of William Shatner's as well, called "The Devil in the Dark," which is where they go to a mining planet to discover why a mysterious creature is killing the people who live there, and for very good reason. And the creature turns out to be revealed as a Horta, and of course at the end of the episode it's revealed it's actually quite a sentient, intelligent being and not just some wild animal like they assumed it to be. And it got me thinking and wondering, have or could the Horta join the Federation? Before I begin, of course, I will be discussing slight spoilers, well, actually pretty big spoilers, for the end of the most recent season of Star Trek Discovery, Season 3. And I might also be referencing Picard, but I don't think I'll be referencing any spoilers. I'll try to warn you if I do, but I will be referring to the spoilers for the Season 3 finale of Star Trek Discovery. So just throwing that out there, you've been warned. So I was rewatching this episode with the Horta. Great episode. I absolutely love this episode. It's one of my top favorites in the original from the original series. And it got me wondering, because they established that it's clearly an intelligent and sentient and an emotional being, it got me wondering if they have or could they join the Federation. Now, to my knowledge, they've never physically appeared ever again anywhere throughout the franchise, in any of the movies or the other TV shows. It's possible they've appeared in the expanded lore, like novels and books that are tie-ins to different films and movies and whatnot. They think they've been referenced through dialogue a couple of times, but I don't think we've ever physically seen them. So I personally do not know if the Horta ever did join the Federation as a designated member or a species representing, their planet. I mean, that planet had been colonized by humans from Earth, and that was, I think it was just a mining colony, not even a designated planet. I can't quite recall. But it feels like the Horta would be a great member to have in the Federation, because they're intelligent, they're sentient, and they're not entirely unreasonable, and they just seem like, they may not look like a sentient being, but they would qualify for membership in the Federation, in the United Federation of Planets. And it got me wondering, could we see the Horta appear in Star Trek Discovery Season 4, or perhaps other seasons if the show goes on past Season 4? Could we see the Horta appear as one of the many races or planets that reconnects with the Federation as it rebuilds itself? So in the Season 3 finale, after they defeated the bad guys and they got everybody their dilithium back and the ships could travel at warp speed again and whatnot, the Federation started to rebuild itself and reconnect with all of the lost planets and races that it was originally comprised of. And it got me wondering, perhaps in the Season 4 of Discovery, if we see that continuing rebuilding of the Federation when it began at the end of Season 3 and possibly leads into Season 4, could the Horta be one of those races that was the member of the Federation before the big, what did they call it? The burst? No, not the burst. Oh, now, of course, I can't remember the name. It was the thing where the alien had an emotional reaction, like the flare or something. Well, whatever it was, it caused all ships to lose their dilithium for many, many years. And so now that they've got their warp engines back and they can easily get to planets much faster like they used to, it got me wondering, while rebuilding the Federation and putting the government back together, if the Horta will have a part to play in that. And I think it would be pretty cool, a great throwback and homage to the original series. I know that episode is very much watched and beloved by tons of Star Trek fans, and I think it would be really awesome to see a race or a creature like the Horta sitting in the Federation Council chambers and have a member of its race on the Federation Council. Unless all members are, no, probably not all, probably just a handful. But anyway, I think it would be a great opportunity. It would be a perfect opportunity to bring the Horta back to the live action side of things in the Star Trek universe. Now, if they don't appear in Discovery, They could appear in Picard Season 2. Not really sure what the storyline will be for that exactly. We know Q will have a big part to play, but overall we don't really know much about the upcoming Season 2, which is set to come out some point next year. And it's possible we could see it in one of the many animated shows that we're getting. You know, there we have the Season 2 of Star Trek Lower Decks, which is coming later this summer. And beyond Season 2, we have a confirmed Season 3 that will probably be coming next year at some point. And then besides Lower Decks, we have the Nickelodeon show, Star Trek Prodigy. Could the Horta or a Horta appear there? I think it would be pretty cool. Kids nowadays may not necessarily know what the Horta is, but OG fans will, and I think it would blow their minds. So my point is, it feels like there's a lot of awesome potential places where the Horta could appear, whether it's in live-action Star Trek or animated Star Trek. And I simply see no reason as to why not. I mean, it's a fan favorite. It's a great episode from the original series. It's a very enjoyable episode and storyline to watch over and over again. And I just think the Horta is a really awesome creature. You know, it can't necessarily it doesn't speak English, but it clearly does have a language of its own. And with all the universal translator devices in the Star Trek universe, they could easily just carry one around, especially if they have any diplomats or representatives or ambassadors within the Federation, if they're even a member of the Federation, which I feel like they should be, because that would look and be pretty cool. Or how about a member of the Discovery, or a member, like there's a Starfleet crew member who is a Horta, or maybe there are a couple of Starfleet crew members who are Hortas. I don't know. The possibilities seem kind of endless for the Horta could appear, or if they're even a part of the Federation. Are they officially a part of the Federation? Is there some story or comic or book that makes it canon that they are indeed members of the Federation? Please let me know down below in the comments section if any of you happen to know, because I would honestly love to know. Because even if we don't see one on screen anytime soon, it'd be cool just to know that they are indeed members of the Federation. So just wanted to get that off my chest. Thought it'd be a fun video to throw out there for you guys to think about as well. What do you think? Or do you know that the Horta are members of the Federation or not? Let me know down below in the comments section with your answers. I'd appreciate any and all input. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And Star Trek, both films and shows, are available to stream and watch across multiple platforms all over the place. So happy viewing. And of course, until next time, live long and prosper.